So this is a really useful recipe if you're going to be in the house all day and in the kitchen and kind of able to keep an eye on the cooker and things, or if you have an agate. Always, there's so much you can do with your agate, and especially the bottom oven, because it's really good for cooking meats that require slow cooking, because you can start them off on the hob and then put them into the bottom oven overnight, which is what I often do at my agate back home, and then the next morning you just have this amazingly flavoursome dish that's got this unbelievably tender meat. So it's a really good way. This is a good recipe for that, but it equally is good if you're just doing it on the hob. This is lamb neck fillet. Okay, it doesn't look very appealing now. I know lots of these things don't until they're cooked, but that's what you're looking for. Okay, and this really benefits from slow cooking, and lamb is coming into season and it's just so fresh and so good at the moment. So yes, what we're going to do with that is we're going to braise it, and braising basically means to cook something slowly in water or in liquid. So then you can start to think about what's the liquid that you can cook it in. So what we're going to do with this one is use pomegranate juice and port, a mixture. So we've got this real sweetness going on. Basically you just put your neck fillet into a saucepan. I used a litre of pomegranate juice and 100 millilitres of port, not too much. And you put a lid on, and for about 3 hours allow it to bubble away. And you'll know when it's cooked because when you put a knife through the meat, it will literally slide through it very, very easily, and the meat will almost fall apart. It'll be very, very tender. So that's what you're looking for with your meat. Obviously I've done all that before because it's just a matter of putting it on the hob and forgetting about it and then coming back to it later on. This is what you end up with. This here is your lamb neck fillet. And you can see it's taken on all the colour. It's kind of blackened a bit. But that's good, that's what you're looking for. And it's really soft and very, very tender. So that's what you're looking for. And what you can do is, I've only done this for one person, but within that saucepan you can put in as many neck fillets as you can fit, or however many people you're cooking for. So that's how simple that is. And then what you're going to do is, with the liquid, so once that's done, take the meat out and put your liquid up on a really, really high heat, and you want to reduce it right down. So that's why you want it, you have to have a lid on while you're cooking it so that the water or the liquid isn't evaporating. You want to keep as much of it till the end so that you can reduce it all down, okay? So, let me see if I can show you this. You basically end up with this kind of syrupy texture, okay? Because the sugars in the pomegranate juice and the port are all going to kind of create the syrupy flavour and kind of texture. So that's good, that's what you're looking for. So there's going to be this real sweetness going on with the lamb. So that's that done, and this is just going to be really simple. I'm only going to serve it with baby potatoes, new baby potatoes. So I have them here, and I have them cooked, so I've boiled them off, okay? And I want to show you this because I want to show you just how much you can do with something so simple. So basically, I have a little rosemary plant back there on my window. I love rosemary, it's one of my favourite herbs. And I just cut off some stalks and I put them into the water with salt to boil the potatoes in, and you'll find that a lot of the flavour from the rosemary is imparted into the potatoes, so you've already got this really nice flavour going on. So then anchovies and lamb are a really old-fashioned, really, really lovely combination, and it does sound strange, but you have to taste it to know and to try it, because it's amazing how the flavours complement one another, and the saltiness that we're going to just instill here into the potatoes will go really well with the sweetness of the sauce that we're using for the lamb. So this is just a little jar that I had some anchovies in, but I used all the anchovies and I have this oil left over. If you don't have this, it's fine, but if you do, anchovies are a good thing to have in your, if you like them. Lots of people hate them, so leave it out if not. It's not a necessary ingredient, it's just showing you how to do something a bit different. So I'm going to use this oil, okay? This is a hot pan. I'm going to put that oil in there and we're going to saute these potatoes. But what I'm also going to do is, I've got this lemon, okay? And I'm just going to cut off the outside rind of the lemon. Just about 2 strips. Okay? So I've got these little lemon rind strips, okay? So in that goes with your rosemary and your potatoes. In you go with your lemon as well, okay? And basically what you're doing with the potatoes is you're just sauteing them. So put them on a really nice high heat, and what you want them to start getting a bit of coloration on them, so kind of browning a bit, and they'll get kind of crispy And it'll just kind of, it will give potatoes such a lovely flavour, a really nice base flavour. It's going to go really well with the lamb. So that's basically all you want to do. And if you do have, I always find with herb plants, things like basil or tarragon, it's quite difficult to keep them. They die away quite quickly. But with things like rosemary and thyme, they're a lot hardier. They're quite a woody herb, and they grow quite well. They die off very rarely. You just keep them watered. So I always have some of that. So I'm going to get another sprig of rosemary and just throw it in there. Okay? So that's what you're looking for. And that's going to go in there again. So that's it. And that's all you're going to need for this. I really feel like there's a lot of flavours going on, so it's okay to have just two things on the plate, and I think they'll really complement one another. And saltiness works really well both with lamb and with potatoes, so it will all marry together really well. Okay, so that's kind of you ready. So I'm just going to show you how to plate this up. Okay, you see that there. So your potatoes are done. Let me just show you these first. So you're just looking for, I hope you can see that, a little bit of colouring on the outside of your potatoes and to heat them through. So I'm just going to plate up these potatoes. I'm going to put the lemon on there and everything just for presentation. I think it looks really good. Okay. This is just a really, really nice spring into summer dish. Pop your rosemary on there too. And then you get your lamb and place the lamb on top, just like that. And then what you want to do with your sauce is just drizzle your sauce over that. And you'll see already all these gorgeous colours and all the syrupiness of this gorgeous sauce. And that's that dish. That's it. That's all you need to do. So simple, it's so good, and it's something that you can prepare ahead and you can just leave it and forget about it, and at the very end it all comes together very quickly. So it's a really good one for serving. Yeah, it does take a bit of time, you know, you put it, but you just literally put it on, forget about it, and then come back to it and your dinner will be ready to go. And it's really good to get used to using cuts of meat that require a bit of slow cooking, because it's really rewarding and you end up having something that you would never have normally had before. So it's good. It's really good. I think this is a really nice one. I think you'll really like it. So try it, see how you get on.